Hello everybody, and welcome. I am the Beta Plan, and this is our Sun and Shadow estate, though currently it is covered by a beautiful darkness. For I have to say, of all the backgrounds, I think I will call this one my favorite. I was always partial to blue, black and purples, and this one is exceptional. The town event that you see here is also tied into CEO Marvin's mod of the Sisters. Sorry, I should click on this one. The Idol Sisters gain an additional resolve level, and I don't know if the background is attached to that or if that is separate, but I do love this background. And these spirits that are dwelling here, that almost feels like it are the spirits that lie within the graveyard. And you know what? That is absolutely perfect. For we are about to enter the darkest dungeon and into the heart of darkness itself. And for that, you know what, seeing that this was a modded run, I'm going to be a bit of the usual whack that I normally do. Yes, you see here some damage on a leper, that's not strange, but A, I have an occultist, and B, I have a damage occultist. Hold on to your hats, we're running a damage occultist. Although he is also here for the healing, but yes, he's here also for the damage. We are running a plague doctor, and we're running a jester with hardly any skills into our final dungeon. And this will be the last time that I've played, or that I will play this game, certainly at least on video. For I have now 400 hours into this game. 400 hours of Darkest Dungeon. I got my money's worth. And this is an amazing game. But after 400 hours, and even mods, I've seen enough of it. But don't you worry. When this video comes up, well, it should not be far away from October 2018. And that should be the release date of Eratus, the Lord of the Dead. If I pronounce that correctly, if I remember that correctly, I should say. Also pronounce, because I'm not sure if they want you to pronounce this Eratus. Which is, I'm going to say, and I don't want to bash anyone, but a Darkest Dungeon remake, if you will. It has the same mechanics, seemingly it has this turn-based combat. But it does start you as the Necromancer, so I'm wondering if I'm going to be the villain in that, but at least the mechanics look very similar. And thus, I am definitely going to play that game for you on this channel when it comes out. But that is that is a few more weeks away from now, but that will be replacing that whole, that gaping desire to stare into the abyss, because although the abyss does stare back and it is dangerous, we so ever do love us a bit of peril, now don't we? But for now, we are going to end this series with a bang, as I have completed all the Caretaker's goals, each and every one of them. Once again, as I have level 6 of everything. I don't have all the districts, as I haven't gone back into the farmstead after that big bout, actually, one more time, but that was just to get a few little crystals and get out. But for the rest, we have all the modded classes also on level 6. We have it all available to us, but no more. We have dilly-dallied long enough. It is time to finish this. Furthermore, there's very little challenge left. Yeah, there are still a few trinkets that I can collect. Like this ancestral quill, I could get some more crystals for some additional districts that I don't have, and some crystal trinkets. But why bother? There is very little challenge left. Of course, I was already playing on Radiant mode to begin with, and it was a fond farewell, if you will. Moreover, I have 62 million bucks. I haven't had a death in our estate since the unfortunate death of this abomination due to the infliction by an occultist. And the little lambs, well, they were just for the slaughter, for an achievement. and to show you how to get trinkets back. So they serve their purpose. But for now, we will enter the heart of darkness. We don't really need this, but why not, right? That's all I can say about that. This, by the way, is a cleansing elixir, and they were made by the werewolf, and that comes from the werewolf class mod by Oh Nightmare. And colleague, for which I apologize, I forgot the name of. But yeah, they can actually be made as a camping skill, and apparently they stay around. So actually you can bring them later on and to remove stuns. That's actually pretty strong. I wonder how it works, but as if you can use it at the right moment. But we're going to bring 2 along with us because, yeah, why not? Gonna bring some Aegis with us. 5 of them. I don't know why, but once again, why not? And we could bring one of these with us because we have 3 crystals. So why not? That is my very scientific way of saying I got more cash than I know what to do with it. So let's spend it. And let's enter this darkest dungeon. Ah, the silence before the storm. And yes, we are entering the darkest dungeon with a somewhat, at least for me, unconventional team. We have here a leper with a lot of damage. That's fine, no biggie, nothing strange under the horizon. A damage occultist, as said. I believe I said. A plague doctor with stunning and plague grenade, although we have to switch, and I hope I do remember, to emboldening vapors after this. And then the jester. Because I want to get this guy to do maximum damage. And hopefully perhaps lose but 1 person, not 2. Oh, doesn't it look much like the background that we just left? Hello, ancestor. We meet again. For we play this dance over and over again. So let's finish it one more time.
In all my terrible researches, what I sought was a glimpse behind the veil, a crumb of cosmic truth. I found it here, and in that moment of brain-blasting realization, I ceased to be a man, and became a herald, an avatar of the crawling chaos. Life feeds on life. In your petty pursuit of family redemption, you consume those who rally to your cause, and in so doing, you strengthen the thing, accelerating the end. This is as it should be. It is why you are here.
And yes, I am very familiar with the secret room. And if you weren't, here it is. The secret journal page. You examine the ragged piece of flesh that reeks of sweat and tears. A series of crude crudges in the skin pulsate and see blood. They seem to form a pattern. You can just make out the following. We, at Red Hook Games, are deeply grateful for your support and your time spent in the darkest dungeon. Good luck in the coming battle. 400 hours has Red Hook given me, and I have bought every DLC and the game, and not a moment do I regret it, even if I have to admit that one DLC did not quite adhere to my tastes. It got me a little fed up, for sure. But perhaps the game was no longer itself. It had evolved into something else. Something that was required a labor of not just love, but also time. And unfortunately, time is precious when you're trying to save the world.
We are chained here forever, you and I, at the end of the world. Free yourself, rouse the thing, and embrace the ineffable cosmic hideousness that lives within us all.
For he may think it is the end of the world, but we have stopped this end of the world plenty of time, and we know that an end is but a new beginning.
You still foolishly consider yourself an entity separate from the whole. I know better. And I will show you.
Oof, my occultist is already suffering from the fact that he is in a front position. But we have our ever-loyal Jester with us. Ooh, there we go. Immune you may be, but all your images have been removed. And an imperfect production comes around. 2 of them, even. That is very excellent. And our occultist is a little bit back into shape. Not a problem. Unfortunately, the sporadic was a good one. I was wondering when this ability would be used. I was waiting for it. I have to admit, now that it comes, it's a little strong for my taste. Still going to remove some of those imperfect reproductions. Would like to hit you, if possible. Instantly killed. That is a damage occultist versus Eldritch. Let's get rid of that 8 points of bleed. Boom, baby. Boom. Alright. He's reproducing a little too often for me to actually hit the guy in the back, which is a little unfortunate. Well, that kills him at least. I guess it's a moment of recovery for him, for now. There we go, 22 heal. Oh, we are not the same. You're not even giving me a lot of stress there, buddy. How are you feeling, good sir? I can't believe you will be feeling well. Regarding your current situation, as your fake copies are falling one by one by one. I'm quite lucky he's constantly doing imperfect ones, because there's a good chance he would have summoned 3 proper copies. But right now I am just killing it. Because he has a way to do perfect reproduction. Oh, this is amazing. He put the bad one on front. Right up front for the damage occultist.
Is fluid. It can be changed, reshaped, remade.
Now we need to wait until he comes to the front, because right now we don't have much on him. Because these things cannot be damaged. And it's interesting, these are the ones that are cosmic, and it says 100%, the Acolyte of the Sun, I should say, has a 100% debuff on doing the cosmic's damage. However, you can't hit them anyways because they have 999 debuff, so 999 dodge, I mean, not debuff. 999 dodge, and they have incredible debuff resistance, so it's utterly pointless to try and hit those guys. Right now, it is a moment of survival, or better to say, of perseverance. As we have a way to do damage. And wait until he comes forward. Via those abilities. And already we can hit him. Not strong enough for me to care about. So, blind it is. 18 points of blind right now. As the leper just keeps on making sure that he survives. By the way, why did I give him Harvest when he is in the 4th position? I noticed a mistake there of mine. That did hurt, but you did one mistake. You came in leper territory. 47 casual damage. That is unfortunate. Oh, I didn't want to pass. I wanted to switch. That is my mistake. I wanted to switch around because one person needs to be in the third position in order to do his heal so that this bleed might stop. Not a problem. At least as long as the movement is resisted, because we don't want a shuffle right now. Ooh, that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna let the leper hit here. And let's get a heal up before things fall a bit too harsh. Alright, moved even more to the front. Thank you very much. We'll make use of that. Damage occultists finishes it off. And stress relief. I just realized something. I never can give the damage buff of the Plague Doctor because it is all the same fight.
Pray it does not take too hideous a form.
Well, there goes my idea for letting the leper do the maximum damage that he can, because I haven't got the right abilities available right now to me. That is rather silly. Oh well. Nowadays, now that this can only be used twice per battle anyways, I think it will be very hard to do the one-hit KO that some people have done on this beast using a leper and using 3 Plague Doctors. There you go, that is a big hit. That's absolutely fine. Just heal it up this way, and there is then no issue with the blight, and we've already done this phase a lot of damage. I am considering moving him to the back for a moment. Finale is up on 2. Should be good. There you are.
The heart of the world, progenitor of life, father and mother, alpha and omega, our creator and our destroyer.
Well, let's hit it. Come on to your maker already. Wow, that was quick. Well, seeing you have, unfortunately, not the skill I want in order to buff him until Oblivion, I'm gonna let the Plague Doctor die here. And we're gonna keep on buffing with the Jester until the Occult is gonna drop out, and then we can finale her with a finale. Because I was already not counting on one-hit KOing her. I just hoped I could perhaps with a crit hit her so far that, well, there wasn't be any problem with losing 2 figures but only 1. And there is the 91 crit and the finale to this series. Oh, I didn't even use this. Oh, how? Well, I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh darn idiot. This also does a ton of damage if you add that to a person, but then again, we wouldn't have hit her 1 KO anyways, because of the fact that, well, didn't bring the Plague Doctor with the right skills with me.
Victory. A hollow and ridiculous notion. We are born of this thing, made from it, and we will be returned to it in time. The great family of man. A profusion of errant flesh, multiplying, swarming, living, dying, until the stars align in their inexorable formation, and what sleeps is roused once more. To hatch from this fragile shell of earth and rock, and bring our inescapable end. So seek solace in a manner befitting your lineage, and take up your nugatory vigil, haunted forever by that sickening prose echoing through the infinite blackness of space and time. Ruin has come to our family.
And there we have it. I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty. I hope to see you all within the next series, full of tactics, strategy, horror, and supernatural. And until that time, I wish you pleasant dreams.